For daily Ask Reddit. r/ask Reddit. Former nice guys, what made you realize what you were doing wrong and made you change? Lost a relationship I was in, drove away some other friends, ended up mellowing out over time as I got more comfortable with who I am. Had a few cases of people I was not interested in bugging me for a relationship, so started to understand the other side. Really hit home a couple years back when I found r/nice guys and realized just how terrible I was, seeing some of how I used to act in the posts. These days I'm very continuous of how even innocent comments can affect people when taken in a wider picture, and I try to make sure I don't go down that path again. The nice guy is still in there, and it's an important part of who I am. What I cut off were all the so-called nice guy behaviors that were really only ploys to selfishly get what I wanted or to appear like I deserved something when it was really only an act. People, i.e. women, really do like authentic nice guys without the quotes. Guys who think about others, guys who act in altruistic or supportive ways, guys who generally like other people, guys who are confident enough in themselves that they don't need to telegraph an idealized image of themselves constantly. Acting like a nice guy and becoming a nice guy are very different things. I wasn't full on, but definitely not out of the ballpark. Just completely lacked confidence and a healthy bout of assertiveness/directness. It's something that ebbs and flows. But basically, you eventually realize that if you really want something, whatever it is, it's up to you to make it happen. That girl you're interested in, the position you want at your job, the bacon that was supposed to be on your cheeseburger, is rarely going to come to you if you sit there politely. By no means do you have to be a dick. You just have to ask and get the ball rolling. Well, my nice guy roommate had every opportunity for a year to stop being an entitled piece of trash, but held his ground all the way up until yesterday. It took a police report, getting chewed out by the other male living in the house, since the significantly worse chewing out by me, a female, did nothing, and then calling his command to get him to move. Not to admit that he's horrible, just to move. I don't know if he'll finally figure it out after this, but at least he finally took his shite and left. Realizing that treating women like human beings instead of worshipping them is the better foundation for a solid relationship than bending over backwards. Not saying to not be nice. Always be nice/caring/loving. But don't be afraid to pick on them. Tease them. Have a normal conversation with them about normal things. You never know where it might lead. And don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and walk away from a situation if it makes you uncomfortable or unhappy. Fawning over a woman only makes you come off as weird/creepy/crazy. Treat them like a friend and be their friend before you try to look for a romantic relationship. Being pushy and demanding only causes them to walk away. I feel like this is basic knowledge that should be learned for social interaction in general. It applies to both romantic and non-romantic relationships. After years of supporting my friends, I went through a period where I needed some support for once. Nothing but crickets. I realized I always went out of my way for so many people. Bringing friends some care packages when they were homesick, driving over to their place late at night when they went through a breakup and needed someone to talk to. I was always that shoulder to lean on. I did an experiment once. I started to realize that I needed help, but suddenly everyone was busy or had other plans. I decided I would stop being the first to text, stop being the first to call, stop reaching out to see how others were doing. I wanted someone to stop and think, I wonder how ship is doing. I'll text/call and see what's up. Took 2 weeks of not communicating with anybody, and it hurt to realize just how much I was doing for others while nothing was being reciprocated. Then within a 3-day period I had 5 people reach out, and they've been my closest friends ever since. Everybody else I made sure to distance myself from and only focus on the meaningful friendships in my life, and it's been such an incredible feeling. I still support others, but it taught me a valuable lesson and taught me to recognize the leeches from the people who actually appreciate my existence in their lives. I would say I was a mild nice guy in 8th grade, beginning of 9th. No joke, it was reading The Game by Neil Strauss. Yes, it is that pickup artist book, and it did teach me a few fun games and funny lines. to use when speaking with women for the first time. However, what goes amiss in that book is that it really does show you the side of that world and helps you find a middle ground between treating women like some pickup artists and fawning over everything they do. Nice guys. In the end, it showed me how to have a conversation with someone and actually listen to them, not just hear their words. The biggest thing by far though was the confidence it gave me in my day-to-day life. When nice guy is specific to a guy trying to win a sexual conquest over, I don't relate. Close saint I've come to it as being an overhelper in times of loneliness. I'd help people as they may become dependent on me, remedying my loneliness. As for change, you just have to ask yourself why you're helping someone. What, if any, expectations do you have from it? Are you looking to make them indebted of favors? It doesn't sound healthy right away. If you're too close to the situation to answer frankly, then ask, who would you help, and to what extent? Define the characteristics of a person you're willing to help. Are there any patterns? Change for me came as I took more interest in myself. They're empty shells of what a platonic relationship can be anyway, so why waste the time? Having the self-worth to want quality relationships in life took more than I expected, and suddenly you find yourself helping for the right reasons.